Hello Gemini and welcome to your January 2022 reading. So, Happy New Year. May the next year bring you all the love and light and prosperity and aspirations and healings and whatnot that you need. So, sorry for that little music. On this, I meditated on your energy and what it actually goes well with that little celebration of the wishes here. So, okay, what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month, I have the Lovers. So there you go, showing up in your reading first card. So that tells me that we're talking about the harmony between your two sides here, your feminine and your masculine, your connection to the divine, and how an inspiration will mark a decision that will influence the next 20 years. Usually it has a huge impact with the Lovers here. And I say decision because right after I have the other card of decision, which is the Two of Swords. And here it's all about what's my truth? Who am I? When we're confronted with the Two of Swords, it's an inner decision. So it won't be like, okay, I have to pick the color. I'm going to paint my house here. This is an inner decision. That's why it's, under the moon. It's we have the sea behind her, so we have all of the waters that are present on the card. Her eyes are blocked because it's not a decision about what we see, but about what is happening inside of us. And so as long as we haven't made that decision, we live kind of in a paradox. So of course this will have impacts in your life, okay? Like all of a sudden when we decide who we are and who we are not anymore, often there are things that will not fit with us anymore because they fitted with the old us, okay? And after that I have the King of Swords. So you are making that decision about your reality, your integrity, who you are this month. Under the Lovers, I have the Page of Wands and the Hangman. And this tells me that this new beginning, because this will actually mark a new beginning, where you're aiming your fire, how you're going to bring yourself about, has been on a hold for a certain while. The Hangman is there because he's always asking us to look at things from a completely different angle. If I look at things from this angle, now things are completely different. And that's when I get my illumination. Okay, that's why he's got that circle of light around his head. So I'm on a pause right now because the situation per se, which, I'm kind of not moving forward, I'm kind of in it. I have to make a decision. I have to look at it from a completely different angle. What do I get out of it? What am I actually feeding? What is this really for me? Under it, we have our 10 of Cups, our 10 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. So we know with the 10 of Wands, there's something that's going to have to be dropped. And with the 10 of Cups, it will have a direct impact on our capacity to absorb and vibrate to the level of the 10 of Cups, which is when there's light in every drop of water within ourselves. And the water within ourselves actually creates the vibration, how we vibrate. We're made of water, okay? So our level of capacity of emanating peace, grace, happiness, love, and receiving it within ourselves. 10 of Cups. Seven of Wands, there's energy that is being put in resistance. Okay? What am I resisting? What am I afraid of? What do I believe that I have to let go? That puts me into this paradox. Under the Two of Swords, we have the Pope. So I am going to use my discernment this month. As above, so below. What am I transmitting here? And under that, I have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is all about the law of attraction. We have the Page of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ten of Wands. We're talking about your fire, Gemini. Okay? The fire is the propulsion of our growth, of our expansion, of our aim, our aspirations, and so on. Okay? So she's got the sunflower there because she's always looking at the sun like the sunflower. And that is her aspiration. But when there's too many wands, we don't see anymore in front of us. And we don't know where we're going. I don't even know where I'm going. And I'm resisting maybe change or that decision here. Under the King of Swords, we have the Nine of Cups and the Empress. So Empress is all about our divine feminine. With the Nine of Cups, it's that fulfillment within ourselves. So it's almost like releasing what is preventing you from actually just being happy and in grace and in peace within yourself, Gemini. Nine of Wands, where you will finally transform all of your past experiences into experience instead of into reasons to protect yourself. So, I probably already said that in a previous reading in the past, but just in case I didn't, or there are new people around you, the Nine of Wands, there's like two ways of vibrating this card, let's say, okay? One way we can see it as a guy that has a boat, he went on the sea, and there was a storm, and it was hard. So at that point, he's like, oh my God, I don't want to have another thing like that. Back at the marina, that boat is tied, and I'm going to wait with my drink, waiting that the temperature and all the conditions will be perfect before I put a step out there again. And then you have the old pirate that remembers the 9 storms, but he knows he went through it. And he knows his boat, and he knows himself, and he's still in love with the sea and life. And sometimes, yes, it's a beautiful sunset, and other times it's raging like hell. And he's like, bring it on, because I still love life. That is the difference between those two cards. The same card, but the two aspects of that card. I call it my old pirate. So when you are content, happy within, connected to your divine feminine that brings intuition, love, and all of that within yourself, you can fight and you can go out there and you can enjoy without any fear. You don't need to resist. Bottom of the deck, I have Justice. So here we're talking about your 7th house, but we're talking about balance. So 7th house, that would be all the relationships in your life, okay? The partnerships, your interaction with the other, okay? It has to be balanced. Or is it a source of many wounds that you have to protect yourself with? So let's clarify here. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Gemini for the month of January. Geminis. Okay. So the Lovers, we have the Queen of Wands. So that decision that you have to take, you have to consider right at the beginning, what do I truly desire? What do I truly want? Because that's the Queen of Wands. She actually will attract that towards her, but you gotta know what you truly want and what you truly desire. And here it's with the Moon. So that can be influenced by, see, we have Moon and Moon. Influenced by your inner reality being stronger than outside. Okay, that's an eclipse here. So that tells me that there's a part of you. Here we have two characters in the Moon. We have a white wolf and a dark wolf, or a dog and a wolf, and so on. But what is that is your ego and your higher self. So your ego is with all the programmings, what you've went through, your education, and so on. Okay? And he's telling you stuff. He's howling at the Moon. What are we gonna do next? This is scary. I don't know. Let's protect ourselves. And then you have the other one that's like, okay, we don't see what's happening right now. We don't have yet the illumination of our next path and where we want to go. But I'm going to look within and make that decision. So trust and follow me. Okay? Let's look at that decision. Two of Swords. That decision is really a decision that's going to mark your next path in life. And with it, I have the Five of Swords. So let's not take that decision in order to win. Okay? The concept of winning, I was right. No. This is not a time to sabotage your mind. This is not a time to react, okay, and try to find ways. This is a time to decide where you are actually vibrating and who you are. Let's look at the King of Swords. Fives are distortions. Where our our past is creating an over activity here. Okay, and Five of Swords is very practical if you're a lawyer and you just want to win and you don't care if the outcome is that everybody's sad or nobody's really winning, but you won. So I would say, yeah, Five of Swords is good for you. You'll have all the arguments. Very smart, very to the point. You can cut the throat of your opponent very easily. You can be conniving. Or you can let the old bones to the dogs and move on. And I think here there's a question of that. Because here we have the Two of Cups. So maybe old mirrors in your life. Okay? Do I want to cut them down and just win? Or do I want to, Eight of Wands, start building, growing, moving past and rejoicing? Okay? Ultimately, the decisions you're making, that you're going to make, it's going to be about that. Deciding to be happy. Deciding to rise your cup. What are you going to see differently here with the Hangman and the Page of Wands, Gemini? The Magician and the Eight of Pentacles. What you're going to see differently is the impact of investment and engagement into something. Putting yourself in it, focusing and growing something in your reality. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Okay. And 7 of Wands. Here I have the 7 of Cups and I have the 6 of Pentacles. You cannot invest if it's not balanced. You cannot have anything growing if it's out of sacrifice. And if you're harboring all of your old wounds within yourself, all of your old disappointments, you'll always be stuck in the 7 of Cups. You'll always be stuck in projections and clouds, but not clarity. So your fire has to be strong enough and aligned enough, here, your truth, to dissipate the cloud of unknowing, to dissipate the cloud of projected fears or dreams. With this is what I desire, this is what I want, I will actually invest myself in it and manifest it. That's the only way that you can start receiving. Look at the Pope here. The Pope is also a card about blessing or banishing. Of how do I apply what I understand spiritually into my life. And here I have death. With that decision, there's a transformation. That means that old you that was, maybe like the marina guy, because of what you've went through and holding on to this and being on the defensive will actually have to die. The way you used to manage your life will have to die. And here I have the 6 of Wands. We have a lot of wands here. We're really talking about your fire. And in the 6 of Wands, this is when it's no more, anxiety. How am I going to do this or whatever? It is self-acknowledgement of, I know who I am. I have nothing to prove to anybody. I'm leaving all of that trauma behind. I'm coming back from war. And now I'm going to be cheered instead of having to fight against reality. You're going to own what you desire and you're going to start investing in it. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. The Star and the Chariot. Now this is beautiful. Now what I desire will not be influenced by my old emotional baggage. I will not want revenge anymore, or I will not want to suffer anymore, because that would prove that what has been done to me had an impact in my life. Therefore, allowing suffering. Here, see what happened to me, all those wands, that's the result. That's why I'm suffering. So I'm going to keep on suffering, and I'll be right that you ruined my life. Now, that's just an example, but you can see how subtle it can be. With here, Queen of Wands, the Star, and the Chariot, this is moving past all of this. Not being blocked by what we've went through, but being now allowed to, yes, I'm going to attract towards me what brings me happiness, fulfillment, and I'm actually going to start working on it and living it. Let's look at that Empress and that Nine of Cups. And so the Hangman will be not hanging anymore, because I'm gonna actually go in that leap of faith. See, here we have one wand with no baggage. Hermit, one wand with no baggage, being guided by one's light, advancing. And with it I have the Tower. So what that tells me is that as you are going to embark on that new path, there's a huge it's going to have a huge impact around you. Okay, a Tower, but connected with the Fool and the Hermit here, with the Empress and the Nine of Cups. These are all very impactful, positive cards. So whatever was attached to you from your old dynamic will crumble. Okay, and that is okay, because it will not fit with the way you build your life anymore. So let the Tower crumble. Okay, if it's old relationships, old jobs, whatever, that's okay. So here I was telling you, with the Nine of Wands, there's like two ways. So as the Pirate goes on, it will not be juggling anymore, but you will actually follow that new passion. And it's like if following this new passion here, okay, for some of you it can be a relationship, but it's finding the connections and the people with whom, yes, this is it, I'm making move, I'm moving around. So my old structure or my juggling or my I don't know cannot sustain this anymore. It will crumble, because I am investing in my happiness and my fulfillment. Knight of Pentacles. My growth is continuing. So you're gonna make waves. I can tell you that. You're gonna make waves, because you're gonna know finally what you desire, and you're gonna stop resisting it. It's gonna be aligned with who you truly are, and in a way you're gonna stop preventing yourself from receiving it. So I'm gonna call this making waves. All right. So on this, my beautiful Geminis, I'm sending you all my love and light again for January and the next year. If you want a private reading, there's a description below. There's an email you can write to me, but I will only start answering my emails after the 17th of January, because I'm taking a little break to resource and come back to you all refreshed. Also I want to thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the 2nd of January, I'm making a little ceremony for the ones of you who gave, to give you back. It's gonna be the new moon in Capricorn. So on this, all my love and light, and I'll see you next month.